That's us.
What?
They can see us.
They can see us.
They can see us. They can hear us.
They can taste
Hey,
us.
you sexy sons of fucking bitches. I'm Chuck.
No, too far.
We're the Defenders of Cobalt, and we're here to play some Dark Trails, a fantastic game based off the Dungeon Crawl Classic rule set. You recognize most of us. We do have a new face. His name is Jared. It's spelled wrong. And yeah, we are playing the funnel in the back of the Dark Trails bootleg edition kind of starter set called Death Crawls West. This is going to be a brutal funnel. And it should be fun. It'll definitely, we're not going to wrap
all these characters.
That table has a stack of characters, that table has a stack of characters, and I have a stack of characters.
Yeah.
We're starting off with 200 pre-made characters, and I would be surprised if we do not go through at least half of them. It's going to be fun. So, what do we got? We got, let's, I guess, go through it and do introductions, who you are, and who your characters are. Jake, high or low?
Hi.
It is a low. Eddie, you go first.
I go first?
Yeah.
All right. So, let's see. First character is a gardener named Sam Wise.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
As you do.
As you do.
What do you want to know about Sam?
I don't give a shit.
Cool. I don't either.
All right.
Next character is a plumber named Danny McCracken.
Beautiful name.
Because why not?
Why not?
Third character is a dentist named Oren Scrivello. Extra points to anybody who recognizes the name.
I don't.
Nobody? Nothing? No. Little Shop of Horrors?
Oh, shit.
Steve Martin.
Okay. I didn't know that was his name.
Yeah.
Oren Scrivello.
Okay. That's a wonderful.
Sadistic son of a bitch.
There you
He's got
go.
a scalpel. Watch out for him.
Punch.
Yeah. And a left hook out of nowhere.
There you go.
And my last character, but not the last for the evening, I'm sure, is a Cooper named Alice.
Nice.
No middle or last name.
Just Alice Cooper.
Alice the Cooper.
Alice the Cooper. That's beautiful.
The Cooper.
All right.
To Alice's nightmare.
New face.
Yes. So I have 4 folks. I have a blacksmith named Joe Biscuit. And he's the guy that starts out with chalk, apparently. It's kind of cool. Neil, the fireman. He's the one that has a large bucket at hand in case anybody is needing any controlled substances. Langston Fallow is the infantryman. He's the one that starts out with flint and steel, so setting fires and whatnot. And then I have an engraver
Fireman to put out.
who is Sir Callous Hands. And he has a blank bronze plaque as one of his items. So I plan on scribing a lot of stuff during the way.
Okay.
Nice.
Dan?
I've got David the Coppersmith. Nothing really exciting on him. Carter the Carter.
Yeah. You gotta.
He's just all in on it. Unfortunately, doesn't really have any cool stuff either. Harry the Potter. He's got a wheel. So we'll see how that turns out.
Seems mighty inconvenient to carry around on travels.
Yeah, and then I got Saul Goodfellow, the lawyer. He does have his law degree, and he has a pen.
That's beautiful.
I'm Joe, and I've got 4 characters. The first one is a hatter named Pug Dimmadome. The second one is a politician named Tronald Dump. That I've got.
You die first.
He's great. He's going to make it so far.
He's going to be the one that's going to last through the whole thing. You
Yeah.
just
I
know
hope
it.
so. We should make every effort.
A clockmaker named Owen Rolex.
Okay.
And a auctioneer named Dejebediah Bejebins.
Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you.
There it is. That's a cancer name, right?
Save us, Jake. Save us.
I have no salvation. My name's Jake, and I'll be playing some fellas. One of them is Sweet Tooth Judah, an orphan, who has $3 and a stolen jar of candy worth $2.
All right.
I've got Miriam Dubois, who's a librarian with a very heavy book. I've got Benjamin Jacobson, and a herdsman, who, with his loyal cattle dog Robert, is ready to keep
Robert
wild
Pattinson.
animals on the trail.
Wait, he's got a cattle dog?
Yeah,
You have a mount?
yeah. He's very tiny.
He's a very tiny
His
mount.
trusty steed.
If it's really cold in the night.
Ooh.
Well, he is a herdsman.
Hey.
Oh, boy.
And finally, I have a peddler named the amazing Welshman, Mr. Corgan Cecil. No, I'm sorry, Morgan Cecil.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He has $11 worth of trinkets to sell. I mean, he's got $11 worth of ancient wonders from his wagon of wonders.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, Jared, so you know, our chat is up here, so if someone says something, feel free to interact. I mean,
Off with whose head?
Trundle
Probably
Dump, I
Trundle
guess.
Dump.
yeah, Trundle Dump.
No. See, everybody else gets sacrificed along the way, but he'll survive. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of business deals to
He's
steal.
got a lot of stuff to close out. Yeah.
You're really
So
from his administration.
part of the adventure is it starts off with a list of rumors. Before we went live, all the players rolled for their rumors to see what they got. Did anyone get any cool rumors that they would like to share with the group?
I mean, I got some Scooby-Doo shit.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah, some bullshit, actually.
Thank you for weighing in.
They all have too many words.
Fucking Christ, Joe. Learn to read.
I think I have the plot of The Three Amigos.
Sweet.
I'm very interested to hear this.
I have one that
great
says,
movie.
they say deep in the desert.
Oh, did that
dead
date me way too much? Joe doesn't know what The Three Amigos.
He doesn't.
I don't.
Oh,
You know how you can tell it's a
cultured son
male
of a
plane?
bitch.
The little balls.
Okay.
Um,
This is just all day at work.
no,
people making
I'll read
references
that
I don't
one. Is that
understand.
what we're doing right now?
Read it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
A while back, some masked fighting men set up some kind of camp in a far-off canyon. Said they was going to come and put on a show for us, but they never did.
Those
I heard that
bastards
too.
did the same thing.
I
did the
also
same
heard
thing?
that.
Bastards.
I was disappointed that I didn't get any business from all those teeth that were assuredly lost.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone else got a rumor they want to share?
The Badlands are full of snakes and sinkholes. You better watch out for both. Some of those sinkholes, you'll drop right into a nest of rattlers.
I don't know. Just like in Indiana
I
Jones.
read the shortest one.
Joe, you not being able to read is supposed to be a joke.
I read what it said.
And yet we're all laughing. We're all laughing.
I have one that says that deep in the desert, the dead know no peace. Priest supposedly came through and put an arrest.
Okay.
I got that one, and I've also got.
I have that one as well.
I've also got. They say a giant lives deep in the canyons and likes to cause rock slides. Soldier by the name of Greg Oglesby got his head
smashed in,
by
didn't
a
he?
falling rock.
Mm.
Some say it weren't no accident.
It weren't no accident.
Uh-huh.
See, he
No,
says
it weren't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm someone.
Exactly.
Apparently, there's also a promised land that can be found too.
Yeah.
Some old man drank himself to death after he left it. Maybe it wasn't that good.
Maybe. All right. So I got. What's that?
Nothing.
Ball pit?
Yep.
Yeah, I got a handful of blurbs I'm going to fucking read, and then we'll get into this. So, kind of a breakdown of what this adventure is going to entail. You're all settlers who have joined a wagon train at Fort Follow on the outskirts of the New Mexico territory. Your destination lies across the Badlands in a fertile river valley named Whitaker's Valley. Nothing to do with Forrest Whitaker, sadly.
And the crying game?
What's that?
The crying game?
Maybe a little bit.
That's kind of disturbing now.
Uh-huh.
All right.
The decision to move west is certainly easier, considering that a man of God has brought back samples of rich soil, clear water, and lush plants that grew in the valley. Reverend,
Dank Kush.
it's some dank kush.
So if we go far enough out west, it stops being like Chernobyl and starts being like the Promised Land.
Yeah.
That's good.
Real life, too. You go far enough west, you end in California, there's just weed everywhere.
Yeah,
this
but it's
checks
also
out.
California.
Yeah, that's true. Reverend Halpern originally set out a month ago with his trusted hands to find land that will sustain and nourish those choosing to follow him for a new start in the untamed West. The settlers know the journey will be difficult, but they have faith that the trip will be worthwhile. Fort Follow is a dusty U.S. Army post on the edge of the rumbling Badlands. It consists of a handful of wooden buildings surrounded by crude log palisade. The small saloon attached to the general store sells standard goods. The fort commander is Major Charles Kenzie. The posting here is unpleasant, and his soldiers are somewhat unrefined. Major Kenzie requires them to be polite, but they have little respect for the settlers who they believe are marching to their doom. Your wagons and tents are assembled outside of the fort, waiting for the command to move out.
All right.
Hey, it's Adam! Adam!
Oh, shit.
You're fucking great, man.
You gotta be careful about that hot
Oh,
water.
shit. Goddamn hot water.
Once you go
Adam,
in, it's too late.
he came down and played in a one-shot as Dr. Philae Guten. And he had this giant, long, drawn-out joke that he was finally able to hit at the very end of the session, where it was just a big joke about us being in hot water. So
Yeah.
it was pure beauty.
It's fantastic.
It was worth it.
It's like a Norm Macdonald joke.
Yeah, it really was.
That's our good friend Dave.
Hey, Dave! We got a solid group of people here tonight.
Heck yeah.
All right, fertile range for grazing stock, rich soil for planting, fresh water for crops, all just there for the fucking taking. It's called Whitaker's Valley, and it almost sounds too good to be true, but Reverend Halpern has painted a picture clear enough to convince you that and well over 200 other settlers like you to join his wagon train. Oh, yeah, there's Too Old as well, until his cartoons start. It didn't take long after word of the fertile land and reputation of the man leading it reached you for you to load your family and belongings and head to Fort Fallow, a crude wooden fort which lies on the edge of the desert known as the Rumbling Badlands. Jed Rawlings, the Reverend's trusty right-hand man, steps up onto a makeshift stage with the Reverend.
What was the name of the fort?
Follow?
Fort Fallow.
Really?
Is it a real fort?
No, I just literally named one of my persons Langston Fallow.
Oh shit!
So I was like,
Ultimate Blitz. There's going to be a lot of deaths. That's,
Oh, yeah.
You got the
I was just
fucking
like,
the goddamn Shannon, man.
The question is how many from dysentery?
Yeah, shitting ourselves to death is probably the least of our worries.
I don't honestly. There's not a lot of mechanics for dysentery in this game,
Well,
and I feel
assume
that's a
that
miss.
if we make it through the end of the funnel and we have
We
three or two or more characters, one of
We
them
can
at
just
least died.
roll
Yeah.
to see which one
Yeah.
is dysentery.
Yeah. Like, hooray, you made
It's the
it.
weirdest
And
thing. We
then
made it all
some
the
of
way
your
to the
characters
valley and then
shit
had to kick like 47 people out of the wagon because they were shitting themselves.
We just thought it was normal.
And then they
at
just
first.
died.
Yeah. So the Reverend and Jed Rawlings are up on this makeshift stage. The crowd full of hopeful men, women, and children quiets down as he begins to speak. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, Rawlings says. I have spoken with each of you privately over the past few days, explained some of what lies ahead. Now the time is to begin. That's worded really fucking weird. We have over 300 miles of desert and rough terrain to cross. It will not be easy. You will all have to pitch in and do your part. All able-bodied men and women will help scout the trail, drive the wagons, and guard the camp at night. There may be trouble along the way, and some of you will begin to doubt. But I assure you, the trip will be well worth it. Whitaker's Valley is a paradise. It is your right to claim. No, it is more than that. It is your destiny.
Destiny. Oh, bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Destiny.
I'm only here
I
for the
believe
dang
it's going to be great.
Right? I was told there were going to be chicks.
So
Hey,
Rawlings,
enough of these guys die along the way. You're going to move up in the rankings.
that's true. Rawlings indicates the men's...
Desperation pushes a lot.
Shut up. Rawling indicates the man standing next to him with a wave of his good hand. Here to the right of me is my trail hand, Russ Daggett. He is a capable man who is well accustomed to the rigors of the trail. We intend to help you, to help the good Reverend ensure that you reach Whitaker's Valley safe and sound. So stick to the trail, pull your share of the day-to-day, and we'll be there afore you know it. With that, the Reverend Halpern asks you to bow your heads. He does a little prayer, a little dance, and dismisses you to pack your wagons and get the fuck out of here. Jed Rawlings rides to the front of the line. The soldiers watch from the top of the wall. Jed Rawlings raises his good hand and shouts, "Wagons ho!"
It's not the one he lost in the war.
It's not. With the crack of the whips and some excited exclamation of yeehaw, the wagon train slowly moves out.
Yeehaw, folks.
Yeehaw!
Off they go.
So yeah, this is it. You guys are setting out. I just want to give you a little rundown of what life is going to be like on the trail, and then we'll get going on. What life is going to be like on the trail. Then we'll start moving. This is going to move on a day-to-day basis.
To Blazing Saddles.
Pretty much. The normal day
Joe
begins.
doesn't know that movie either.
He doesn't. Before sunrise, with cattle being rounded up, camp chef making breakfast, settlers and teamsters taking down their tents, saddling horses, loading wagons, all the fucking shit.
Right?
Yeah, it does, yeah. All able-bodied men and women must act as either advanced scouts, wagon tenders, camp guards. The scouts ride ahead with shovels and axes to cut down brush, fell trees, clear rocks.
Bull milkers.
The wagon tenders drive the wagons, repair
That's
broken
not
axles, make and break camp, milk the bulls, tend to the livestock, do other chores.
Milk the bull some more.
Yeah, camp guards.
You want to keep them happy.
Really, you don't only need to milk them once a day, but most of the bulls get milked 8 or 9 times. Camp guards patrol the camp at night, sounding the alarm if danger shows up. All you guys will be in the same group each day, and every morning you guys will get randomly assigned your jobs for the day. At noon, the wagon train stops so everyone can rest, eat, feed, and water the animals. A couple hours later, you're back on the trail. Wagons usually make about 15 miles a day. A really good day would be 18 to 20 miles. Before dark, the scouts come back or find a place with water, grass, and they set up camp for the night. Food, everyone unpacks. Reverend says a nightly blessing before you eat. After dinner, the settlers will socialize around the campfires on a good night. People smoke, gossip, play harmonicas and fiddles. People might dance. Guards go on duty as everyone else is bedding down. They'll stand guard till midnight. Then the replacements will show up, and in the morning they'll wake everyone up. The trip will take approximately 21 days. That's how long this adventure is. 21 days. As the wagons pull out of Fort Follow, dust rises up around. You all are selected to be scouts for the first day. So Jed Rawlings takes you all and you ride ahead a ways. Before eventually he stops and like, I need to turn back and make sure the, Adam, yes, you can dance if you want to. I don't know what that's reference to, but yes, we can dance. I know, Joe. Fucking Christ.
Look, just because you don't know anything else about pop culture doesn't mean you get to just pop off whenever you know something about a song.
Yeah.
So, Jed and everyone, I got your NPC list so you can keep track of these names. Pulls around. Short time after leaving the fort, you kind of reach an edge of a dry stretch of hard-pan desert broken up by a few mounds of rocks and upturned soil. Jed assembles you all around, and this here is the Rumbling Badlands. It gets its name from the tremors that occasionally shake the earth. It's as rough a country as you've ever seen. The water is scarce, and not all of it is safe to drink.
Oh no.
The sun beats down on a patch of dry, brown grass and twisted shrubs, scrub brush, and nary a hint of trees for shade. Keep watch for sinkholes swarming with rattlers. They're everywhere, but stick to the trail and you should be all right. If all goes as planned, we'll be through these badlands and into the canyons in a week.
That sucks. We're gonna have to boil a lot of water.
Yeah, you do.
I'm meeting Joe first.
That's fair.
All right.
He's going to be the sweetest one.
Yep.
It's because he's got untreated diabetes.
Probably.
Like fucking maple syrup running through those
Yeah,
veins.
yeah.
Yep.
Just pure, simple
Won't
syrup.
be able to poop for 3 days.
Uh-huh. So,
Going to some canyons, are we?
yeah, you asking Jed?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, in
They
about a
say a
week.
giant lives deep in the canyons and likes to cause rock slides.
Oh no.
Don't believe everything you hear. Most of those are told around campfires by coward men and scared women.
But a soldier by the name of Greg Oglesby got his head smashed in by a fallen rock. Some
Greg's
say-
old Oglesby was a drunk who fell off a fucking ledge and cracked his goddamn neck on the way down.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
I'm imagining somebody at the base of the rocks holding up the flash powder and got the head to
Yeah.
his head.
So how does this work? Do we like roll perception or anything like that?
Not yet,
Or-
no.
Okay, because
A lot of what's that?
we're heading down into the canyon.
No, not yet. You got about a week travel.
We're out
through.
on this hard
Well,
hot
I'm-
desert.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mention that a while back, some masked fighting men set up some kind of camp.
Basically, it's our first day, and we're just annoying the shit out of the wagon master.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
We're
much.
like, hey, wagon master, hey, wagon master, hey, wagon master,
This is
wagon
what
master,
I heard.
wagon guy, hey,
Did
I
you
heard
hear
these
about
things.
the masked
Yeah.
fighters? We can all ask him.
I heard that the dead know no peace in the desert.
I heard y'all can fuck off. Now get ahead and scout the goddamn trail. I'm going
Badlands are
back.
full of
Is
way to talk to an orphan.
is Jed close enough for Sam to hit with his shovel?
Yes.
Are you gonna
Good
be
to
the
know.
new
I'm not
wagon
going to
master?
swing yet, but I'm good to know.
Uh-huh.
I want to know he's in range.
Okay.
He's gonna become the new wagon master.
Sam's a gardener. He spends a lot of time by himself, and he's kind of on a hair trigger around other people.
Is he gonna hair trigger on Jed?
All right.
My flowers.
I'll
are wilting.
take lead.
They'll pay for this.
Okay.
Actually, I'll just kind of gung ho it and
All right, cool.
head on down.
You head on down. You maybe clear some
Jenkins.
scrub here and there off the trail for so the wagons can clear through. But actually, the first day of travel is
Filling some potholes.
entirely uneventful. Maybe every now and then when you're moving along, you might feel a little rumble here and there, just a slight tremor. It is called the Rumbling Badlands.
The worms.
That's all the beans we ate.
All the beans you guys ate.
Yeah, confirmed.
But day one
And all the
wraps
beans the horses ate.
uneventfully.
Wonder how many beans a giant eats.
And all evening long, I tell about the fearless leader that led ourselves into a canyon that had masked men camped.
Like crossing rumors now. I heard these giants threw these masked men through a cavern that was full of snakes.
Exactly.
You've been here 1 day. How have you gotten these all mixed up?
So yeah, you guys make it. You find a place for the train to camp out for the night. The camp cook, Claude Boulet, an aging French chef, he comes up with. It's on the fucking sheet.
Aging French chef from New Orleans who
Either
came
that
out
or
west.
he
He brews
sneezed.
coffee and
One
makes
of those
breakfast
two.
and dinner.
He's not from New Orleans. He's from New
Wait,
Orleans.
he makes breakfast and dinner. Who makes lunch?
No one.
He does too.
It doesn't say he makes lunch.
He
Well-
makes lunch for himself.
He
Yeah, I was
makes-
gonna say he makes lunch for himself, and everybody else.
Everybody else is doing
How
chores.
else are you gonna get dysentery? Everybody's on their own for lunch.
yeah,
Does, I
everyone's
like
on their
that
own
it says he does a passable job.
Yeah.
Like the French invented cooking. If he can't do it, Jesus Christ, we're
Right.
fucked.
Well, there's a reason he's in America and not in the cities either.
they kicked him out. He did so bad they kicked him out.
We're getting the reject cook.
So
You're not allowed to be French anymore.
you all
Disgrace.
return to camp for the night. You get a passable dinner. And anything you guys want to do before tucking in for the night?
Sweet Tooth Judah's
Want
gonna
to
eat
take
some
a
candy.
throttle dump?
He's gonna get up on a soapbox and tell everybody about those terrible masked people that are coming for all our jobs.
a giant well. We're gonna make the snakes pay for it.
There it
We're gonna
is.
dig a pit to keep the snakes on their side of the valley. We're gonna make the snakes pay for it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna
All
be
the best
huge.
people will work on it.
Smartest people. You're not gonna be able to get around it.
I just want to know how he got such fine golden hair.
I did not collude with the Badlanders.
I had some Russian
No
prostitutes
collusion.
pee on it and
None.
it just stayed that color. All right, guys.
Getting deep
We
here.
digress.
We're getting deep here.
Day 2. You guys all get.
Welcome to Defenders of Cobalt.
Yeah.
This is day 2.
Where the
all right.
DM immediately shuffles us along with no hesitation.
Day 2, you guys all get picked up as, wagon tenders for the day. So you're repairing wagons, you're looking after livestock.
Jed was like, "You guys asked too many fucking questions.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get to
Stay
the
back there
of
with the wagon."
I'm like, I don't know.
Get back there and
wagon
milk
is.
those balls.
Yeah. So, it's probably shortly before lunch. All of a sudden, a really heavy tremor hits. Ground shakes. Settlers start crying because some of these guys are fucking, weak as
Lawyers.
shit. Lawyers.
I'm like, Saul, you bitch.
And Saul,
Get it together, man.
Saul has more health than all my other characters.
Dogs bark, horses snort and stomp their feet. After a while, the trembling stops. The march starts to resume, but you start seeing weird sinkholes, I guess you could say. It's small. At first you think they were gopher holes, but they don't mound up like a gopher hole does. It's just like chunks of the desert just dropped down. And you see those maybe every 20, 30 yards. You'll see one of these, and they're no bigger than maybe 5
Not
or
big
6
enough to
inches.
go noodling in, stick an arm down.
You could probably get an arm down there, but you could probably get an arm down there.
Hooray.
The child, send him in.
Send him in.
Yep.
Tie a rope on him. Dunk him down.
Wait, take his candy first, then send him in.
Yeah, get the candy.
Are these the fabled
There's a
snake holes?
snake in my boots.
I was waiting to drop that somewhere. But
Uh-huh.
Are these the
Too
fabled
old beat
snake
you to
holes?
Someone poisoned the water hole.
Hey, Joe got a
I don't know.
Somebody had a rumor for snake holes.
I didn't. I
That was a
had
movie
one
that
for...
came out when I was
Well, you can
alive,
find out if it's a
Oh.
fabled snake
I
hole.
think.
Yeah. Push a child
Oh
into
no,
it.
he was the one who talked about the rattlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, come on now.
Yep, full of snakes and sinkholes.
So what are you guys going to do? Just move on.
Let's stay away from them.
Okay.
I might.
Yeah, there could be some snakes in those
Could be some
sinkholes.
snakes in them.
I want each of you.
I want to
Can't we just do
investigate
the
one of
bully
them.
thing and everybody gang up and push somebody's head down once? And just see what
Well,
happens.
you certainly can, yeah.
I'm take the candy, send the kid.
Oh, too old.
I think the Jebediah Jebums is going to go investigate.
How are
one
you
of those
even able to
sinkholes.
read that?
All right.
I
You
don't
go
know,
up.
honestly.
I want to know how you spelled it.
It's DEJEBEHDAI.
I'm done following it.
BEDJ.
I got fucked up the fact that it starts with a D.
The Jebediah.
Oh, there is a D there.
It's the Jebediah Jebums.
Fucking Christ, Joe.
God damn.
Joe's part
Roll me an intelligence check
He's an
for
auctioneer.
the Jebediah.
that name is incredible.
So you can check
I don't
out
want
this
him
hole.
to die because I just want you to have to keep
I
saying
like how
that
you
name.
have to roll a dice to look at a hole.
14. What do I add?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
He was your best person.
13.
Oh, it was the Jebediah.
The Jebediah's intelligence is low.
Yeah. The Jebediah Jebums is not
It's
an
not
educated
because
man.
he's stupid. He's just not sure.
He
You
speaks
move up.
quickly, but not well.
You peer into this hole. You give a hard listen to it, seeing if you pick up the sound of rattlesnakes. But you don't.
Lift his head up, he's got 6 hanging from his face. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't hear any rattlesnakes.
But I feel them.
I don't feel much of anything anymore either.
But looking or listening and then peering in, you don't see any snakes, but you do see like a weird, almost writhing movement down this hole, maybe 4 or 5 feet down. But you don't got a lot of good light.
Tremors.
That's a deep hole.
That would be awesome. I literally just watched that movie the other day.
I've made it through the first 3. I tried to watch 4, but I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
But are they grabbable?
Don't be a quitter.
Really?
Well, only one way to find out, guys.
Oh, I'm gonna kick Jebediah down the hole.
It's a small hole, but go
You
ahead
just
and
kick
It
him.
takes a lot.
He didn't go anywhere.
go ahead and give me a strength check.
It'll be bigger by the time that boot's done.
Mama didn't teach.
Give me
no
a strength.
quitter.
Hey, Jared, give me a strength check.
All right. Bam. Same strength of 12, and I roll 12.
So you got a 12.
Yeah, 12 of, and my strength is 12. with
Joe,
a mod of 0.
give me a reflex save.
16. 16.
He gives you a swift kick in the pants, and you start to slip forward, but you easily just roll off of your shoulder
We
around
got
the
someone
side of the
dropping in
hole.
our chat.
Yeah. On the other hand, you now have a boot-shaped print right on your taint.
Yep. What is that?
None,
like
none
a
yet,
bot.
Witching Hour.
We're
None
working
yet.
on the first one, Witchin.
Yeah, we're
Witching
trying to
Hour.
make one dead here in a second.
Yeah.
Just want to start kicking Joe's ass now. We got.
Just going to town, just
Yep.
looking like he's trying to shove that entire leg right into his anus.
Yeah. So, yeah, he gives you a swift kick trying to knock you into the hole, but you easily move out of the way and you don't go face first into this hole.
The Jebediah didn't appreciate that.
Uh-huh.
Did
He's gonna say,
Jebediah
"What
continue
gives?"
to talk into Jebediah's third person?
Jared, what character kicked him?
Oh, that was Joe Biscuit.
All right.
And so, he used to saying, "The hell are you doing?" That's all he's gonna do.
Something writhing down in there.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. That's what he said.
That's what the narrator said.
The word
Points off in the distance.
just
as a
points
top
at the
of
sky.
Them's the words I heard in my head.
Fletching Hour, thanks for coming by. You're fucking awesome.
Okay, and so I'm just gonna kind of look around and be like, "What is this guy talking about?" And kind of like look around at everyone else.
Let's keep
and see if
going.
anybody, recognizes what he's talking about. Does
Well,
anybody else?
he's very clearly talking about the hole directly in front of him that you almost
That he
kicked
was
him.
sticking his head into.
Yeah.
There's something writhing down there.
Maybe you're just like, what the fuck? And maybe some settler's just like, what the fuck did you see down there? You said you saw something writhing?
Something moving.
Can we eat it?
A stick or something stabby?
They come up with,
Something-
they toss you like a
something stabby.
broom.
All right, I'm going to take that broom and...
You stab it down into the hole, and when you lift this broom back up and out, it's just like coated and dripping with cockroaches as they start falling off and they hit the ground and they start scuttling about. Some of them crawl back down to the hole. Some of them disappear into the wagons.
I'm gonna be like,
Lynching Hour.
"What in tarnation?" And just kind of back up and be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Well, them's not good for eating.
Yeah. Fuck that. I'm going back.
They like, hey, my broom.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
They take the broom and they kind of whack the handle against the ground a few times to shake all the cockroaches off.
And then they cause a collapse.
Yeah. Joe, why don't you go and give me a grit check, too?
Oh, God. The roaches got into our
Expect to see
wagon.
it
Yeah,
since
my
I was
release-
like kicking him in the ass too.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a grit check for that
How does
character.
good track work?
Under or over?
Under?
No, it's you. It's against a DC. So you roll a d20, add your will, add 1, and wait, no,
1d20 plus will plus creature.
that doesn't make a lot of sense. I should have read that better.
Creature HD plus hex.
Hang on,
tokens.
I got the PDF open.
Do we have any sponsors, Jake, while we have a moment?
No, because I left my tablet at home.
No! How are we going to fill the dead space?
This is
Jake
an
finds
unsponsored
fantastic
stream.
sponsor.
Yes.
Non-sponsored stream.
Not even Chemicore wants to touch this one.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll think about it next time.
Oh, okay. Roll a d20, add your willpower.
Okay.
Done.
7.
7?
Damn.
Okay, you didn't pass.
I mean, he did get kicked swiftly in the taint.
Yeah, he's a little off.
Yeah.
I mean, solidly.
You want to know mine?
What's your luck
His brain
modifier?
hasn't caught up yet.
What'd you got?
0.
What'd you get?
7.
Fuck, you both failed.
I kid you not. It's sitting right there, and the will is there's no will left.
So one dumbass gets kicked, the other one did the kicking, and both of them were just on the ground like, oh god, what's wrong with me?
Where are the cockroaches everywhere?
Just getting covered with cockroaches.
It's like my first apartment. It's disgusting.
What's your luck modifier?
For
that
luck
Yeah.
is 0 for Joe Biscuit.
Okay.
Man,
Sounds about right.
are we gonna somehow have people die from this?
No.
'Cause that'd be
All right.
hilarious.
Joe Biscuit
That'd be awesome.
and
If I choke on some
Jebediah.
cockroaches.
Bejevums.
Choke on your own.
Your hairs stand on end as prickly bumps rises on your skin. This could be the end. You temporarily stun for 1 round and suffer a -2 penalty to all actions for the next 2 rounds. Doesn't do shit. Your spooked hair stands on end. End of effect.
All right.
But now we know that there's negative consequences to being
Startled.
gridded.
So startled.
Grid.
All right.
All right. You guys doing anything else with this, or are we moving on?
Let's carefully move on so we don't collapse into the
Yeah.
roach pit.
Day 3. Joe looks in the hole again. George kicks
What
him
was
in
that
the
character's
ass.
name?
Joe
Joe Biscuit?
Biscuit. Yep.
Let's take great caution to avoid the holes.
That is correct. It's like driving in New Jersey. So,
Yeah, or just
here.
or just here.
yeah, that's a good point. Actually.
Them holes be fucky.
Yeah. I have lost a tire to them before.
Need some Chemical Roach Killer.
Yeah.
No, Chemicor bug spray.
I think
attracts
every
bugs
one
into
of
people's houses
Chemicor's
you don't
products
like.
works as bug
Ah.
killer.
Yeah.
I think Chemicor's Zinc
Also,
works as bug
both of
killer.
those characters reduce your grit score by 1.
Well, eventually,
Oh, no.
they get really
Alright.
strong first.
Yeah.
They die.
Well, it depends the dosage.
Yeah.
You know.
You just
Gotcha.
spritz
Alright.
some in a wall. Your house's toast.
Day 3.
Dun, dun, dun.
After the shenanigans with the Jebediah and Joe Biscuit, people kind of like, get those dumbasses out of the camp for a day. So you all get picked back up on scout duty.
Oh man.
You're all riding ahead of the or the wagon train for a ways. You come across the withered remains. Actually, let me do
Is it wearing a mask?
the withered
It's in the middle of
remains.
camp.
No, that person's not
I
wearing
want
a
his
mask.
hat.
I
Dibs.
was really hoping
Yeah,
that
Sam is immediately rifling through his stuff.
All right,
He's not
let me-
taking
all
any of
right,
it.
That's
time
what
out,
makes
everyone.
him wearing a hat.
Time out.
Notice them rattlers there.
Fucking Christ.
Gimme!
The withered remains of a dead lawman rest against the base of a leafless cottonwood tree. His bones are nearly picked clean, but the 10 stars evident on his tattered shirt, and a pair of 6 guns rest in his cracked leather holsters.
I'll sacrifice all my characters for that gun.
Shut up. The earth nearby
When
is
you're dead, I'll take
turned. Stop talking, you fucking dicks. The earth nearby is churned into a mound of loose rocks and soil, and 3 brass shell casings, each the size of a flour sack, lie on the ground next to a handful of dead cockroaches.
It's a huge
A flock of motley-looking buzzards with rat-like tails glare at you from the branches overhead.
Rat-like? Or rattler-like?
Oh, the buzzards have rattler tails.
Yeah, the buzzards have, like, snake tails.
One of them.
Rat-like tails. I don't know why they did that. The buzzards are just buzzards with weird fucking tails.
They look
So-
like they got little tiny cowboy hats on.
So they're birds with rattlesnake tails.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
All right, who wants
All
to
right.
who wants to help me get that gun?
Oh, I don't want
Hair.
the gun.
You want the star?
I want the hat.
Yeah, I just want the badge.
Yeah, the star.
So Sam wants to pick up the badge, and as he's reaching for the badge, he actually sort of opens up sort of like a little pouch on the side of his belt, and there's other badges in there, mostly worn and rusted, and you can't tell what's on them, but he's thrown that one in with him.
Okay.
Can you throw me the gun?
The guns.
I mean, I pick the gun up, look at it, and just kind of chuck it off into the dirt.
Are the
Give them both. Toss them my way.
As you
bird
approach,
rats doing anything?
as you approach, they give an angry squawk at you. But are you guys stopping to deal with them, or just continuing your walk forward?
Sam just spits at him and walks away after
They
grabbing the badge.
fly off, give an angry squawk, and go to circling above.
Yeah, I'll grab up the revolvers and if there's ammo or anything.
The Debbins is grabbing that hat.
All right, you grab that hat.
And I'm gonna kick him in the ass as he's doing it.
Just kick him again.
Bends over to get the hat.
Just
and
anytime.
Anytime he shows that ass, it's getting a boot.
All right, Dan, you take you take the 2 pistols. What character?
I'll probably give them to Saul.
Saul has 2 Colt 1982's new model police revolvers.
What? How
Saul-
the fuck does he have 1982?
It's a model number, not a year.
Okay.
These are single action revolvers. They use the ammo is listed as 31 caliber. It's not a
too.
caliber I've heard of.
I'm not
had
going
a
to
lot
have
of
enough
weird
room to write all
calibers.
this stuff
Yeah.
down.
I've got some.
So,
single
do I
action
roll
going on
strength?
myself?
Kick him in the ass.
He's kicking the Jebediah in the ass again as he's reaching for the hat.
Yeah, just to make sure nothing stupid happens. Essentially, in rolls like this, I'm just making sure you don't get a
What's your
1.
strength?
12.
So he rolled under.
How many?
Are you kicking to inflict injury or just kicking to
No,
get his
just
attention?
to make it a
Just
point.
fucking around.
Okay, yeah. You kick Jebediah is kicked in the ass again.
All right.
All right.
How many
There's that
rounds do I
matching-
find for it?
Just
Hang
one
on.
on each cheek.
Yep.
The pistols, they deal 1d6 damage.
Okay.
Each pistol has 5 shots. The rate of fire is 3. I would need to look up what that does. Range is 6, 15, 50. Each pistol is loaded, and you find 2 additional rounds.
Okay, so they're full with 5 each?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything else around this past lawman?
Yes, there's these large, giant brass casings. They look like a bullet, like a casing
candy
around for a
shells or
crown.
something like
yeah,
that?
kinda. Each one's like the size of a flour shack. These big, giant brass casings. You check it out, and the primer, the pin has been struck on it, so they have been fired.
Okay.
They definitely have the smell of burnt gunpowder to them.
What was
Like
the range
recent
again?
smell?
6, 15, 50. Give me an intelligence check.
All right. Intelligence.
Oh shit, it's those giants. They have really big guns.
Oh my god.
We're screwed.
Hug the
rock
Dimmadome.
slide.
I rolled
As a machine gun.
3 with 11 intelligence.
Your intelligence modifier should be next to your intelligence score.
Is 1.
Okay, so you rolled a 4. You can tell it's got a smell, but it's real weak.
Okay.
You're not sure how long it would be.
All right. Gotcha. And you said there are 3 of them, right?
3 of those large shells, yeah.
Are they heavy?
They're 3 or 4 pounds each. They're kind of a little, not super heavy, but they got a little heft to them.
All right. Langston is going to use his sturdy backpack and just throw them in there just
Okay.
for safekeeping. In case we need them in the future. In case we come
The
upon.
Jebediah wants to see if he can determine the cause of death.
Roll an intelligence check.
He seems to have turned into a skeleton.
He's an engineer. What does he care?
How did Deb become your main, dude?
Because
It's just the most fun name to say.
Yeah.
I mean, that's totally fair.
That's honestly. Also, he's got a lot of health, so.
That's a good reason to, yeah.
Mhm. 9.
No idea. Apparently,
He got
this
named
man's meat has stopped being on his skeleton.
He probably died because he's a skeleton.
Orin would like to just kind of examine his teeth and such, see if there's anything worth salvaging.
How is it that the
Okay.
lawyer has
Give me an
Gold or
intelligence
silver
He hasn't
caps? or
brushed in a
anything
while.
like
Cheese and
that.
rice.
Give me an intelligence
worth
check.
salvaging.
Well, he's a
Someone-
dentist.
my
I
lawyer
mean, it
has
might be
five
something he can
intelligence.
use.
My lawyer has 5 intelligence.
You said what did you say?
I have 2
Intelligence
people
check?
Yeah.
with 6 intelligence.
It's amazingly
Yes,
mercenary of you, sir.
personality.
I
explains why he's a
completely
lawyer.
agree that is awesome.
That is a 6. My intelligence is 9.
So is that a negative modifier?
It's just 0.
Okay. His teeth aren't in horrible shape. He's
hasn't
got a
brushed in a
couple of
while.
small fillings in there,
Uh,
but nothing. No.
That'll be lead most likely. Not interested.
Yeah.
Does he have any packs or anything on him that are searchable? Or
No.
yeah, all right.
All right.
Well,
Just a
let's
sweet hat.
well, he doesn't have a sweet hat anymore.
It's
Yeah.
mine.
Mm. And scene day 4, right?
Day 4.
All right.
Oh, well, all right then. We like on 2 6-shooters. Well, not 6 shooters, 5 shooters, I guess.
2 5-shooters.
5 shooters.
That's
I thought they were
10.
3
Do we
shooters.
know
Plus the
anything
2
that
extra
can
shells, that's
fire
6
casings
each.
that big?
Yeah.
Roll me an
Roll what?
intelligence
It'd be
check.
hilarious if you were like, well, I emptied this one. I got to put 1
17.
in. And then the other one, you're like, why didn't you put 2?
No,
That's
you
for
don't.
the other gun.
You know that there are cannons
Sir.
that fire really big, cannonballs, but those things still work off like the black powder guns. You load wadding, you load powder, you load your shot, and then you ignite the powder. You don't know of anything that actually uses shells of that size, like a bullet. So it's very odd.
It's a really big revolver.
Yeah,
It's like what is it from Mario? A bullet Pete?
Yeah,
Something like
bullet
that.
bill.
Bullet Bill.
Yeah.
There you go. Ba-doom. Yeah, in the background, in the far distance,
Run.
all right. Day 4, you all get stuck on tending the wagons again. Uneventful day. A few minor tremors. You see a couple of those weird cockroach holes. But all in all, uneventful. But that evening, the Reverend gives a sermon where he's quoting the 10 Commandments from Deuteronomy
Oh boy, here we go.
27:3. And thou shalt write upon all the words of this law when thou art passed over, that thou mayest go in unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, a land that floweth with milk and honey, as the Lord God of thy fathers hath promised thee. Who has all listened through that sermon?
Miriam Dubois, the librarian, and Benjamin Jacobson, the herdsman.
Okay, I guess the bigger question, is there anyone that would be just outright like, no, I'm not interested in sitting through this shit?
Sam slept through it.
My other 2 characters would not be.
Okay.
Joe Biscuit.
There's not a lot to do here, so we'll probably listen.
Okay. So that's fine.
Gotta take the entertainment where you can get it.
Sweet
do.
Tooth Judah is probably trying to steal something from somebody.
Yeah,
I would say all my characters sat in on it. But
Okay.
it's the only thing
but
going on.
Langston Fallow though, he was like gripped at the whole sermon though.
Okay.
He was like talking in tongues and
Captivate.
craziness.
Gets up
He
to
was
Lighting
eating
matches
it
and holding
up.
them up.
Oh man, he was all about it.
There's
though.
some spirit healers and
Everyone who listened to it, I need you to make me a will save. And this is per character.
Per character. Oh god.
what is it all for?
All right.
Well, same reason I did probably.
Will save, huh?
Good grief.
Does nat ones mean anything bad?
Not in a save.
Okay. I don't think
So how does the will save work?
Do you
Roll a
see
d20 plus will.
your saves box over on the side?
Yeah.
You just roll a d20 and add whatever modifier you have there in will.
Oh, okay.
Anyone fail?
What
3 of my 4
constitutes a
failed.
failure?
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a note of those that failed. Nothing happens currently.
What's
Okay.
We don't know what failure
what's the
looks
failure
like.
state?
Yeah. What's the failure state?
Yeah, we
again?
just rolled. We don't know what we were
Oh,
rolling
that's
against.
right. My bad.
Yeah. What are we rolling against?
I need to know numbers. Did anyone get 12 or less?
Yeah.
Yes.
Those that got 12 or less failed.
Great.
Just keep a note of that. Nothing happens right now.
I rolled like a 1, a 2, and then a 18. So I'm like, right failed.
I'm almost like that actually.
Nice.
The highest that I rolled was for Langston, the guy that was like all about it. He rolled a 17. The other one rolled a 12, and then there was a 13 as well.
Yeah. The only one I have that passed was the one to sleep.
Okay.
Everybody else failed miserably.
Well, the one that was asleep didn't even need to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
because they actually didn't hear it, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Mine were
Okay.
fine, so
Those of you, as you all tuck in for the night, you all... Oh, shit. I need each one of those people who listened to make a luck roll now. Luck, you just roll it, and you have to roll under your luck score.
under the luck score.
Nope.
Yeah.
Under it.
God,
Yes.
no. I know which dice is
Yes.
pulling hot tonight,
No.
so
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and
No.
Rolex passed.
No.
You all... Those that fail wake up in the middle of the night to a sharp pinch. As you wake up and you come to, you feel something crawling around in your sleeping bag. And those of you who actually passed the luck save, you're woken up by the screaming.
The people who didn't.
And you also find something crawling around in your sleeping bag. As you get out and your eyes adjust, cockroaches are swarming your
now
sleeping
is this
bags.
for everybody?
Everyone who listened.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Those who failed that luck roll were bitten by a cockroach.
Oh no.
well, that's-
Cockroaches bite?
Yeah.
These do.
Ironically, it was odds and evens.
Apparently,
for me.
you've never been to Brooklyn.
These are just these
Well,
are
I mean,
dead
carry
roaches.
furniture away. Yes. Bite, I didn't know they bit.
These are special
If you
cockroaches.
find them for the
TV, maybe.
furniture, they do.
Also,
If you find them for your furniture,
Okay.
also those of you who had characters who were bitten, your characters for the next day now take a -1 die penalty to any checks you make.
oh wow,
So what this
Joe
means
Biscuit, you're fucked, dude.
I know.
in Dungeon Crawl Classics and Dark Trails here, it uses the full array of dice. If you look at that cheat sheet I handed you,
Yeah.
on the bottom of it is the dice chain. Now you're going to have to roll a d16 for any checks for that character for the next day. That would
Instead of
usually
a
take a
D20.
d20. I have the only d16. I think.
Wait, so was this only the people that failed the will save that listened to the?
No, the
sermon,
will
or-
save was something else. Everyone who listened
Okay.
woke up with cockroaches crawling all over them.
Yeah, I'm not going to listen to that guy anymore.
And everyone who listened had to roll a luck, and those that failed the luck were bitten by the cockroaches.
It's probably just a coincidence.
Yeah. So,
It's all good.
I
fella
do
doesn't
have.
think so.
I don't remember if you guys. I think I took away everyone's regular Dungeon Crawl Classics cheat sheet that knows the combo
You
for.
grab me a soda.
Yeah, there's a way to make a
Yeah.
D16, and I don't remember what it is.
Are there different kinds?
I will take any soda that's cold.
Could I trouble you to bring me a Sprite also?
I would also like a Sprite.
You bitches.
Holy shit.
Well, I was,
Put on a skirt too, or what?
I mean,
I mean, if
Is
you
there
got
one of those back there? I'll take the skirt.
It looks really great on my head.
All right.
I will not take the skirt now.
So anyway,
used already.
I'll pass.
day 5. You were all freaked out and you shook out your sleeping bags full of cockroaches. You may or may not have gotten back to sleep that night.
Give me a Sprite.
I think you're getting the Coke.
And I got a Dr. Pepper just in case.
Oh, I
Anybody
was
else?
Sprite, so
Oh, you
I'll take
need
a Dr.
Sprite.
I'll take the Dr. Pepper. It's fine.
You don't want
No,
any
it's fine.
No.
You just got told no in your own house. Dave.
Uh-huh.
I know. I like Dr. Pepper.
You drink that Sprite.
Okay, I'm gonna have fucking Sprite, and I'm gonna enjoy it.
Actually, we are at 10.
Thank you,
Are
sir.
we at break time?
Yeah, we're at our break.
We can probably just take a quick break.
Yeah, we're going to take a couple minute break. Those of you watching this on Twitch, hang out. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Those of you watching this on YouTube, like, follow, subscribe to get notifications on when the next episode of Dark Trails is out. until we see you again, start fires, do drugs, and tip those fucking bartenders. Deuces.